Wrnch CaptureStream for iOS is our real-time markerless motion capture application that makes it super easy to digitize human performance. All you need is a recent iPhone or iPad and one of our plugins to popular game engines or collaborative frameworks. Setting up for a successful digitization is pretty easy. We're going to walk through this together right now. So my setup here is pretty basic, but it works well. The first thing you'll need, of course, is a recent iPhone or iPad. The more recent, the better. The most recent iPhones are powerful machines and they work really well with CaptureStream. Anything with chipset A12 or better will do. So I've used an iPhone SE 2nd Gen, just fine. Now you're going to need to mount this in something for this. We need to hold this still. So you are going to need some equipment. So here I've got an example of a mount that I use. Allows me to tilt in all axes so I can get the shot just right, as well as it's mounted on a tripod. So once you've got your hardware and you're ready to start shooting, the first thing we need to do is we're going to go and download CaptureStream, install it on our phone. So we're going to do this together here. Go to the App Store, type Wrnch, search in the App Store, and you'll see here we are. CaptureStream is right here. Select that, and we're good to go. Here I am in the middle of my intended performance space. So in this segment, I'm just going to talk to you about a good way to set up to make sure that the capture session is successful. First thing you want to do is map sort of like where you intend to perform. My performance area in my living room here is rather small, something like 8 by 8. Right now I'm standing in the middle of it. It is very important that the iPhone be able to see all of you from head to toe, everywhere from the front edge of your space, well, of course, as you get further, that's not a problem, but you want to, even if you're at the front edge, you want to make sure that feet are visible, head is visible. And if you're going to hold up your arms while you're performing, you need to be able to see the tips of your fingers too. Lighting, also important to have good lighting. Here I've got very good lighting right now just for the purpose of this video. Normally I use it with slightly less lighting than this and it still works fine. You don't want to work in a dark space to do this filming. You want sufficient lighting. If you've got mirrors in the shot, I would suggest you cover them, especially if they're sending reflections of you back to the camera. That's not going to be great. Okay, so we've prepared the performance space. We've made sure the iPhone can see us in the performance space. Now it's time to start up CaptureStream and get our markerless mocap session going. When you start up the app, you're faced with a start screen. Pretty simple. Press start. The next thing that's important is we want Pro Mode enabled. The reason we want that enabled is that it tracks us as we move around the room, and it's the most precise mode in CaptureStream, and we're doing a markerless mocap session. We want precision, so we turn it on. So we hit next, and now we are asked to move. Essentially what we're doing in this step is we're finding where the floor is in the room and detecting where that is. So you can see a blue grid on the ground that tells us that we've detected the floor. That's great. So now we're ready to set the phone down in its final spot. All right, here we go. We hit next. Now we're loading up the AI software on the phone, and we're going to move on to the next step, which is pose calibration, which essentially the kind lady is letting us know what we need to do here. So we're going to stand T-pose, and it's pretty fast. Calibration complete. At this point, you see an avatar on display in CaptureStream as I walk around the space here, my performance space. And really that's all there is to it. Now CaptureStream is active. It's available on the local network. All our game engine plugins, our Omniverse extension, they can reach out and get this pose data in real time from CaptureStream, and you're essentially ready to go. That's all there is to it.